Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 2 of Kenan. And this is the Peacock series. Well, I guess it's an NBC show, but I'm watching it on Peacock. Comes out the next day. And this is, Kenan Thompson gets his own sitcom where, feeling old, he's not like this teenager like Kenan and Kel. It's like he's a dad who has his wife has passed away, and now his brother's staying with him, his father-in-law, and trying to raise his two daughters. And, he has a morning show, and he has this connection with his producer, Mika, which Season 1 kind of left them in a very awkward and interesting position. It's going to be one of those, are they not gonna kind of romances in this show, and I actually really like Kenan and Mika together, and I think Kimrie Lewis is great. I think she's really charismatic. I enjoy the parts where she gets to do her own thing in this show, which I think is a testament to her as a character and an actor. And where this season goes, where it goes with Kenan and her coming back at the very beginning, it's very clear something happened, but it doesn't go right into it. But you can tell that there's still feelings there, and Kenan goes on a whole entire other kind of romance in this season with this one woman who he's trying to hide his family from because he's afraid to let her in, and it's not exactly the most healthy relationship, and they get into a whole bunch of hijinks, silly sitcom hijinks, and this season really does build up into its final episode where they most of the Kenan age characters go off to Miami, and a lot of crazy things happen. Because, you have Kenan and his brother Gary, played by Chris Redd, who's great. He has a lot of fun gags throughout this season. And there's one where they go to clean out their mom's house, and, Gary gets a lot of depth in that episode. And they have some cutbacks to them as kids, which was fun. I appreciated that. And I actually appreciated Gary as a character a lot more by the end of the season because they did a little bit more with him and not just having him doing silly goofy things, which he does, starting basically an OnlyFans and having everybody tell him what to do on it. And then, he has some interesting connections too. Maybe things get a little spicy with him and Tammy, who's Taylor Louderman, who gets a little bit more time to shine in this season. Because, you have Fortune Feimster, who is Pam, who's hilarious, but she even gets an episode with Gary trying to run for the same woman. But in this season, you also have Rick, Don Johnson's character, who's honestly my personal favorite side character. He gets to have his own little fling with the neighbor next door. It's kind of cliched of they hate each other, but we kind of dig each other. And he gets to be more appreciated for his role as trying to help raise the grandkids. And what I appreciate is that Aubrey and Bridget, played by Dani Lane and Dannah Lane, actually get a little bit more to do in this season. Aubrey is getting a little bit older and starts playing with Kenan and acting out. And so there's some of that kind of thing. Because in the first season, oh, we love Daddy. And now it's I'm a teenager or a pre-teenager and having some fun with that. But really at the core, Kenan Thompson is just a lot of fun. I love his snarky comments. He legitimately makes me laugh a lot watching this show. And, this deals with a lot of the, those tropes and cliches of sitcoms. And, it's not the most original series, but I think it has a decent amount of laughs. I have a lot of fun with it, and I enjoy the characters. So it might not be the most clever or unique show, but when you have characters that you enjoy spending time with, even if they're going through some familiar tropes and storylines, I think that's enough. And I enjoy Kenan, and I think the second season bumped it up a little bit because it did a little bit more different kinds of things this season and let some of the characters really grow a bit and have some of their own spotlight while still having Kenan being funny, being snarky. And when the hell is Kenan and Mika going to get together? We'll just have to find out. They're just going to keep stringing us along, aren't they? But those are my thoughts on Season 2 of Kenan. Let me know what you think and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.